process might need a ability to strike people from the list entirely. Just because, like, for example, if somebody has had a really negative experience with
Well,
somebody,
that would be simple. We give everybody 2 vetoes for members. Yeah, we
Are
say
you talking
each.
about blackballing?
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
possibly.
we say each of the founding member people get 2 absolute no, cannot be overturned votes of no, that person and I do not get along. There is no way I will ever play on a server with them, type thing.
I'm good with that.
They would
I'm
they would
good
be
with
held
that.
in reserve for absolute cases. It's not I don't know
Yeah,
this person. It's
I
I
veto
know this
Joe.
person and they are terrible.
Well, if each person only gets 2,
Yeah.
and we keep track of which 2.
The question is, how are we keeping track of them? Because there are a lot of people that I would probably, well, I say a lot of people. There are a couple of people that I would possibly blackball, but I don't want them.
Well, they would first have to apply, and I'd say it'd be as simple as we keep a running list, maybe on the Reddit page Joe set up, of say Jaded has used one of her no's to say no to XYZ player. And yeah, it would then also be public as to who specifically blackballed them. But I think that would also
good with that,
encourage us not to blackball somebody just because they're mildly annoying, but to only use it for extreme cases. It should be public. If there's somebody I specifically don't want on here, I'll tell them to their face.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's where that turns into that. You need the voting machine. You need so many days going. Maybe say once every 2 weeks or something. We've got this list of applicants, and all the founders get together and they go into the voting booth and go, okay, yes, no, yes, 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 no, yes, whatever. And that's a simple majority. But then if somebody goes, I'm not playing with this person, instead of yes or no, they can do veto, and that vote's done.
Well, one of the guys in the stream is saying you can code a computer craft program to do this.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's why
That
I
would
wanted to
be
use
most
computer
likely.
craft.
Watchful, darling, sweetie, do you happen to know how to code that program?
Well, why don't we try to learn for ourselves first?
Yeah.
Because that's part of the fun of a.
Oh,
of
you,
modern
you,
servers.
Joe, that's not the way my stream works. My stream works as they tell me what to do, I do it, it blows up my world.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, don't blow up
We
our
still
world.
learn along the way.
Okay.
And then I learn a lesson and don't do that again.
So, Doc Brendan, did you have anything that you felt was left out there? I think Ringo did a good job, but I wasn't there for your discussion.
No, I think it was pointed out very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna move on to the farming group. Flora is going to answer or talk about our results on the first question, which is what rights should be protected explicitly by our government. These are just some ideas, and like I said, you can talk about your own ideas when we get into the small groups. And then after that, Cleo is going to talk about player disputes. So, Flora, take us away.
Oh god, I have to talk now. Anyway, so what we were thinking that should be player rights would be if, say you make something that is your thing. Say Jaded, for whatever reason, makes a giant statue of a bee. It's her statue of a bee. Other people should not mess with the statue of the bee. Her bee should not be molested unless she wants it to be molested for whatever reason.
I'm the only molester of bees.
Well, and this is one of those things where this is a default. Now if Jade says, I like having people come do funny pranks at my base, she might say, it's okay to come mess with my stuff, but that's her explicitly allowing that. That's
Is this
not
something
the-
kind of
there's
like
no one.
like inherent, like no unwanted griefing, essentially? Like if you've built something awesome, you don't want people to mess with it. People don't mess with it.
Right.
Yeah, as long as it's in the area that you actually have permission to use.
Well, that would be another part, is what size are the player lots going to be?
Yeah.
Someone's saying 10 by 10. I don't think they have any clue how much space the FTB mods need.
I would think minimum of like 50
I would say
by 50.
Yeah, 50 by 50
Yeah,
per player is really
minimum.
what's needed.
Oh, I agree, and for that, and that's for the
And
spawn village.
well,
I
but
was gonna suggest.
that's even including the fact that we're going to have this giant massive thing that everybody's going to donate engines to and get arranged and have outputting all the energy we need for the world.
Right.
We're still gonna need 50 by 50 for player machines, etc. That actually means that brings up a thing. And Flora would agree. There should be a limit on how many quarries are allowed. In fact, I think quarries should be like
Absolutely.
one community quarry, not everybody get quarry.
Well,
Right.
that's a piece of legislation, but I think that we wanted to talk about the founding document here.
Yeah, we're not going into mod specific right now.
Yeah, so
I'm good with saying quarries are a founding document.
well,
Okay.
okay. Well, let's let Flora and then Cleo talk.
Okay. And then very similar rule to the first one would be in relation to PvP. If people don't want to get whacked by other people, let them be. Hey, Jaded! That's an example. I saw you. So did
You can hit
all.
me. Go ahead.
I'm
hit
not
me.
hitting you.
Now, when you say whacked, does that necessarily mean I can't take out a mob hit on Jaded?
Well, it means nothing like that, or that, or that other.
Like
thing.
that means don't randomly come up to people, while they're hanging out with, say me and Jaded are hanging out to each other, and Joe wants to come up with his awesome nano sword and be like, I'm gonna just kill you now. Yeah, no, don't do that.
Joe ran away.
I went to go lumberjack.
Yeah, running away.
So don't molest people unless they want to be molested. So don't molest their things and don't molest them.
Informed consent is what we're saying.
Yes.
What was the third thing?
What's the safe word?
Banana.
Red.
Banana. It's always banana.
I only recognize stop as a safe
Yeah, it's
word.
hard to go wrong with stop. You don't get too drunk and forget it.
And stop is the only word I recognize as a safe word.
All right, hold on.
So let's let
All right.
Flora continue rather than answer
So-
Brenda's question.
The third thing was. Hold on. I'm thinking. It was with the player boundary things, but I think we already talked about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The other things, in case I thought you had written them down. The
No.
other things were player exclusivity will not be expected of any player on the server. This is not some sort of thing where, oh, we're doing our project and this is the only thing we want you involved in. I expect everybody in here is likely going to be active in other stuff, and I don't want them to ever feel like they have to not be involved in that other stuff.
So in other words, you're gonna try and tell me I can't have my normal streams, I can't do the FTB wiki, blah blah blah.
No. In
Yeah,
terms of
'cause,
servers.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you've all got your own projects, so I don't expect anyone to give up their projects.
Yeah.
That's
It's
good, I
that sort
wouldn't.
of thing. Oh yeah, legitimately you wouldn't.
Oh, I remembered another one.
But it's better to define these things explicitly so people don't, start, having...
Wondering.
Yeah. And then it makes it also, it's easier to get other people to join the server that we lack who might be awesome, but might be like, well, other servers I thought about joining like this wouldn't let me do these other things. So we can say, no, this is part of our founding document. You are free to do what you want. And the other one was
I remembered what it
freedom to
was.
negotiate. Oh, I'll let you do it then.
The other one that I remembered was freedom to negotiate, if you want to promote the server, that is your own thing. The server hosting company that we're with, if you want to promote it, you can promote it. You don't have to promote it. It's up to you.
Yeah, or that's right now. There's no sponsorship deal with any of us, including me. I'm just paying for the server outright. But even if the group was like, "Oh man, we could get a great deal. All we have to do is put this on our Twitter twice a day," I don't want anyone to ever have to deal with that. I don't want that to be a question.
I thought that would fall under the same token as asking for mods, etc. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When the
I don't think we'll have that issue.
depends on who we let on members.
True.
I don't think we'll have an issue with this group.
Yeah,
I can see
actually,
members have that
thinking
issue.
about rights, can we retroactively add one?
Yeah, we'll think of.
Do not harass people about things that they have access to and things you don't have access to.
I
Oh, that's
think
just a normal thing. I mean, you could do something where if you've got that law, you treat it like a Twitch thing. On Twitch, if somebody's like, how do you be a mod? Okay, that's a timeout. do it the same way. If you got a regular member harassing a mod going, hey, can you give me this? Hey, can you give me this? Do this. Can I do this? I want to be a mod. I want to be a mod. Then you do a temp ban for a day.
Well, I think that this is a slightly different case, Mango, because Jaded is part of the Feed the Beast team, and Flora is involved in Forgecraft, and I think that they want to know that they will never be expected to share any information from behind the scenes about that.
Or hand out mods, or hand out hacks, or configs, or anything else that falls under our guidelines. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to common sense in the same way. Like I said, you can, whether it's give me the new mod or this in Forgecraft or yada 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 yada, all the same way. Give me gets treated with a timeout. One way.
Yeah,
or
but
the
when
other.
you're talking about people that you're working with, that's a difficult thing. So I think if we have that enshrined in our cell, that's not going to be an issue, because you say, actually, you're doing wrong. You shouldn't be asking me about this stuff. I think it needs to be. I think it needs to be explicit, because no one wants to be on here and be harassed by that sort of thing.
Yeah, asking for ETAs, asking for mods, then go away.
Yeah, and that's one of those too, where sometimes people don't know where the boundaries are, because I don't know what's a secret and what's not. If I'm like, hey, is there any news about this? I'm not necessarily meaning anything by it, but they need to know that I'm not expecting anything by it.
I have 6 rubber tree saplings, by the way, Flora. You were saying you lost one?
No, I just left it back at our farm.
She's rubber with her wood.
Awesome.
I have condom trees! Condom trees, people!
I think that should be enshrined in law. They are now condom trees.
I hear I need to make rubber boots. Do I need to make rubber boots?
They need condoms.
What's going on?
So yes, instead of having the whole server involved immediately, try and keep it enclosed into. If it's a personal dispute, not if it's a massive thing. If it's a personal dispute, keep it enclosed in a small group, so 3 uninvolved people can arbitrate and then make a decision. It's only when the arbitration fails and the person still thinks they've done wrong that it should be pushed out to the whole server.
I'm good with that. That sounds normal.
Sounds normal. Oh dear, normal's not good.
We could do. I mean, we've got what, 9 of us, 10 of us, something like that.
Yeah, 9-ish.
So, as groups of people start coming on the server, we take cardinal directions, like teams of 2 people with Joe as the mayor, and we have cardinal directions.
No, I don't. We should not assume that I'm the mayor or anything like that.
Okay,
that
fine. As Summy is the mayor, and we have cardinal directions, and we have people in each cardinal direction that kind of run small outshoot villages of the main village. And so those 2 people deal with the disputes in their area and only bring it up to whoever is living in the main village as the 3rd person.
You're starting to talk to when you get to a big enough area to having, where I'm from, having states or other communities, counties outside of the main section.
Yep.
Which is what it can very easily turn into.
I believe having infrastructure in place prior to it getting large. It's like scrambling for ideas once it gets large.
Yes, I agree.
And if we have all in place before it gets large, less work, more fun.
That makes a lot of sense. And
So basically, you're speaking about home zones.
Stream people. The number 1 way never to get on the server is to badger me asking how to get on the server. If anybody's offended by rude language, cover your ears now. Fuck off.
There you go.
Yay, something for edit.
I know, right? I was like, oh, look.
Cover your ears.
Yeah, okay. So,
now I can learn how to bleep.
Yeah, Flora with her Windows Media Player over there.
Windows Live Movie Maker, yo.
Yeah,
Okay, so it sounds like we might need to have a separate discussion kind of about expansion and growth. Seems to be something that a lot of people are interested in. I was kind of thinking that whatever rules we make, we don't want to bind ourselves with. I was thinking more like, instead of rope, more like a bungee cord. Something that we know we can make a jump with, but know that we're going to come back unharmed. We can deal with stuff and take risks. So I think we should probably split.
Yours, I go the entire opposite way of, I want all contingencies covered as much as possible, government in place, elected officials, it all laid out and ready to go so expansion can proceed as planned on time with the minimal amount of interruptions.
Well, and this is good too, though, because you're talking about essentially like different branches of government. Like, do we need executives or do we need different things? And so that could be something to talk about too. So okay.
Real quick, small point of note. I noticed that only the survey team, no, not the survey team, the second team, the mining team, were the only ones that actually introduced themselves. Fine. Other than
Nobody
Joe.
asked me to introduce myself.
I think we know who Joe is, because he's introduced himself several times by now.
Only several?
Well, several if they're watching my video, less for other people. I think we should all introduce each other so people know the voices.
I like that.
Hi
idea.
there.
See, like, I don't know who that voice is.
I like that voice.
I like that voice.
How's it going?
That
Okay,
voice is me.
And
do
all
we
the
have
girls,
an
their
alphabetical order?
all the girls' ears just perked up.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll
What,
start.
Flora?
So I'm Flora Star. I'm on Forgecraft, and I'm a global mod for FTB, and I know a lot about bees. And I have a bee on my back. Yes.
Yes, she does. She does indeed have a bee on her back.
Alright, so that's me.
Pahimar!
How about
Is
this?
Pahimar here?
Each
Hey,
person who
you hit
introduces
me.
themselves, pick the next person. Use the server joined list. Don't pick
okay.
Jerry because he's just illustrating and flying around.
I pick Brendan.
I don't think Pa is here, so why are you saying Pahimar, Morph? You're confusing me, Morphy.
Brendan.
Don't do that.
I am Brendan, and I already introduced myself because I'm part of the mining team.
I know, but oh, okay.
Tell us
whatever.
what you do, who you are.
I'm Brendan Atkins. I am mostly just on Twitter and pretty new to Minecraft, as you might have picked up on.
We had a clue, yeah.
Joe knows me through my old podcast, The Children's Hour of Knowledge. And actually, ironically, the other person who did The Children's Hour of Knowledge with me, Stephen Hines, is way better at Minecraft than I am, so I'm even less qualified to be here. I will eventually, hopefully, be recording and putting this stuff up on YouTube. Right now, my client is flickering too bad to record. But I'm going to say, how about next Jaded introduces herself?
Why would I introduce myself?
Because you have to do it. Don't argue.
It's your turn.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Jaded Cat.
And
That was it. That was it.
I'll do the and then.
No,
You
okay,
do the
Jada
and
Cat.
then.
You can say I'm Jada Cat, and I pick Wes Wilson next. Wes Wilson, introduce yourself.
Hello?
Okay, so
You gotta
I'm
pick
Jaded Cat. Yeah, everybody on my stream is going, we know Jaded. Yeah, huge
Whoa.
surprise. What the hell just happened?
My screen went blue.
Yeah, so did mine. What the fuck?
I'm still in game.
I'm
still here.
fine.
Okay, I have to kill Minecraft.
Alright, Minecraft
What is
crashed.
this?
Okay, somebody who has not crashed is next.
They can still hear me.
Class
Fine.
cast exception.
I'm sorry, I disconnected. The laptop battery went dead.
This is a
So-
really
There's
weird
no
crash.
control key.
Okay,
battery
you would
died.
post
So-
it or should I?
You post it.
Wes
over in,
Wilson, why don't you
the
introduce
channel?
yourself?
Okay, my name is Weston. I am part of the Dead Work.
Hopefully one of them helps. You could always pop in and tell them, by the way, yeah, you got the same one.
And by the way, for people that were wondering, the URL shows up after you put a waypoint, not before.
Oh, that's good.
Who's not gone? Who's not gone? Who's not gone? Dr. Redstone, I choose you.
What's up? I am Doc, and I do redstone. And
I'm just
I will
I'm
go.
flushed with excitement on that one.
Oh,
I know. I will go with. Has Mango gone yet?
I have not.
All right, then I'll
My
go.
name
with Mango.
is Opaque Mango, mostly known as Mango. I do mostly Twitch nowadays, live streaming. but I still occasionally do a YouTube video. I just happen to live in the same city as Joe, so I think that's how we know each other.
Yeah, we met at Play on Con, and then we sat on a panel called Minecraft Videos for Fun and Profit at Geek Media
That
Expo.
was fun. I was drunk. I got nervous, and they had Long Island iced teas at the bar, and I ended up with 3 of them before the panel started. So
you didn't seem drunk. I was wondering why your wife cut you off. I was like, man, his wife seems really involved in his amount of alcohol consumed. But like,
she
I'm
knows
not gonna
how many
say
Long
anything 'cause
Islands.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was drunk.
Well, you
I was
carried on
warm.
very
Like I don't know
well.
if you could tell. I was sweating at that table. Like, whoo, lots of it. Woo.
So I think that's
Okay.
everyone.
Who has not gone?
I think that's everybody but Jade, and she was having technical issues. So
And
while we wait
just-
for her.
Let me
Sorry,
do an
Wes.
announcement real quick. I might have to leave soon. I think the shaft is about to start. I just wanted to let you guys know I built a tiny pig farm around the corner. So kind of like on the other side of the mountain where the stuff is on the way tippy top of, there's a pig farm over there. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
Okay, thanks, Wes. Have a great show, and hopefully, if you mention us, they can visit workingdraft.com for links to all of our stuff.
Okay.
The website is a working draft. There's literally no CSS used. It is just database and structure.
It made me angry. Well, not
Sorry.
angry. Just
It's literally
annoyed.
a working draft. I've only
I
had
know.
a
I
little time
understand.
to work on
I
it.
understand.
Okay, so while we wait Jaded to get back up so she can do her introduction, I was gonna say I think we should split into teams to build the town hall, dig out parts of this mountain. Although you guys have already been doing, wow.
Yeah, me and Doc going to town on this mountain.
Well, no, that would be the mountain for the power source.
Right, we're trying to haul out.
I'm
right
putting
now.
stairs here so that people don't have to jump as much.
I'm stuck quicksand.
Doc.
Oh no, you
Where's
fell
up?
in quicksand.
Hey, don't go all the way. We want to
Rescue
have
mission.
a wall so that we've got.
I've got a spade. It's okay.
Alright.
I've got
Here,
a
right
spade.
here. Look, watch out.
Help.
You mean a shovel?
Where are you, Leo?
Oh, it's alright.
Coordinates.
I'm out. I'm out.
There we
There
go.
Yeah, just we can go back through and cook stone if we have to.
Yeah.
And replace the exterior of the mountain, but I want to try and keep it as hollow, real as we can.
Okay.
And do you guys see the mountain that I'm standing on and jumping?
Yes.
This is the one you used to clear, right? Where'd you go?
I see you.
I am in the other mountain.
Oh, okay.
I see you.
And this was one we were thinking about building a giant spiral staircase up the middle of to the top of our mountain up here.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's the one
what-
that Joe's up there? I think
Yeah,
I
Joe's up
guess.
there.
Somebody
Yeah,
up
he's
there?
behind
Okay.
the church. He's hidden behind the church.
Okay. Yeah, no, me and Doc have been working on the
Okay, I'm
power
back.
one, trying to clear that out right now.
Joe,
Yes.
if it happens again, the mod pack team has requested copies of the server logs if you can give them to them so they can track it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Why?
don't know
Don't
why
mind.
it only knocked you guys out.
They said it's a random multiplayer bug that occurs occasionally, and server logs might help track down where it's occurring at.
Let's talk about that after the show. Because yeah, I'd be happy to help. So anyway, Jade, if you'd like to introduce yourself briefly, and then I'm gonna. We were talking
Let
about.
me get my broadcasting again.
Oh well, while I wait for you to do that, I'll continue. Okay, so if you guys want on the mine, if people who want to mine out that mountain over there for the